All right, so my off the wall prediction is when Kyle Shanahan and the rest of the franchise sees how much more versatile Jett McKinnon is, he will take the starting job away for Raheem Mostert.
Also, you suspect that Jerick McKinnon is going to take the backfield over? That's not out of the realm of possibilities, honestly, because like I said, I mean, it's something that I've harped on, and it's something that, I think just makes a lot of sense. And it's probably the easiest way to think about it is that this organization is telling you how they feel about Jett. They continue to restructure his contract because they want him around. You hear Kyle Shanahan saying that he wants to be involved. Like, remember, Jerick was the first guy that they signed. He was supposed to be the focal point of this offense. It's definitely in the part. It's definitely in the possibilities. It's not as crazy as it sounds, but it's in the realm of possibilities for sure.
Hey, and look, so just 2 days ago, the last time they practiced, which was it yesterday or the day before? Okay, so I think it was a couple days ago, we heard Tevin Coleman broke for a 70-yard touchdown untouched. Mm-hmm. Today, what we hear? He scored 3 touchdowns. He scored 2 in the red. He scored 1 rushing in the red zone, 1 passing in the red zone, and he had another receiving touchdown for like 25 yards. Nice. Then we heard Jett. Jett been doing his thing. Mm-hmm. What did we hear about Raheem Mostert? He got mad and got into a screaming match with Fred Warner because he hit him too damn hard for a loss of yardage. What happened, Raheem? You just got your money.
So
you wanted your brand, huh? Oh, you complaining about getting hit too hard. It hurt. Fred Warner strong, ain't he? Huh?
I mean,
we ain't hearing what seriously, what have we heard about Raheem? What have we heard, bro?
I mean, I haven't really read too much. Like, in the beginning when people were, putting out the reports.
We've heard more about Jermichael Hasty and Salvin Ahmed than Raheem
too. I heard they had good days today too. I think what I wanted to highlight from what you said is the Coleman thing, right? So Coleman didn't practice yesterday because of the unhealthy air, right? Because you guys know that he unfortunately has the sickle cell trait. And I started to think back because I mean, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I think it has to do with like this Kyle Shanahan Coleman, like marriage, because exactly. So the first few days, Marco said it was the first few days that he had that long touchdown. So in a game against Denver in 2016, with the elevation, the sickle cell can be, aggravated. So Coleman was almost like a game time decision, right? And man, in this game, he was utilized, I want to say maybe 14, 15 snaps, but Shanahan split him out wide. He split him out wide like 2 or 3 times where he was killing linebackers for long runs. He ran like a wheel route on a play against Denver where Matt Ryan dropped it right in. He scored a long touchdown. So I don't know what made me think of that is because it's he practiced today and then you hear that he's doing well and he has all this other stuff around him. It's just, I think it's more about, me and you wanting to make sure that he has a little bit more respect on his name when it comes to what he does for this team and why he's here.
Okay, and Ted H6 just said Mostert has nothing to prove. So does that mean you go into practice and not play hard? Or does that mean that the other running backs have just been more productive than him and he's the one who got paid? I've never said Mostert had anything to prove. I'm just saying that we haven't heard much about Mostert. The last time I heard something about Mostert is Grant said something, and this was before the pads came on. This wasn't when the pads came on. Grant said something about Mostert, right? And this was before the pads came on. Today we've heard about Salvin Ahmed scoring a touchdown receiving. We heard Jermichael Hasty scoring a touchdown receiving the ball. We heard Tevin Coleman score multiple touchdowns in the red zone receiving and rushing, and another rushing touchdown. What have we heard? We've been hearing about Jett the whole time during camp. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying this offense was built around Jett McKinnon. He tore his ACL. Now that he's back to full health, Kyle is licking his chops. And let's keep this 100. John Lynch already came out and said he did not like what Raheem Mostert did when he requested that trade.
He did.
Do you really think? Yeah, he said that. He said he didn't like how he did that because he went into the public and he could have just talked to him. He said that. So do y'all really think that he's going to let him reach his incentives to get that extra $1 million? He has a $500,000 incentive for carries and a $500,000 incentive for yards. And I think he has a $500,000 incentive for rushing touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Do y'all think y'all think they're going to let him reach that? Especially if you got Jett, the guy you built your offense around, who's looking like he's pretty damn good and he can return kicks and punts. I'm just saying, bro. Like I know to some people it's going to be an off the wall prediction, and I'm probably going to get some dislikes and some comments. But I'm just saying this offense was built around Jett McKinnon. Mostert, where you at?
Right.
You shouldn't be arguing with your starting linebacker because you got hit too hard.
Right. Well, I think that's probably just frustration because let's face it, probably the defense is playing very well, right? Like that's that's a testament. So like when we give guys the benefit of the doubt when they're not playing well against the defense, especially the quarterbacks, you just say, hey, hey, this is just the defense playing well this game. So, and I think that what McKinnon brings that Coleman and Mostert don't have is just he's the best route runner on the team. And he gives him something that he's never had, where he can't go to somebody with third down in the flat as an emergency dump off, somebody who can make him play. Coleman's not that guy. Mostert's an okay receiver. Coleman's an okay receiver. But McKinnon can actually run routes. And now you're talking about unlocking that portion of his game while also, using him in the outside zone scheme, which, he's like built for that, like to be able to get to the edge and have those linemen running out in front of him and like sealing that wall off and just him having to make a cut. He hits that hole and he's gone. He's ghost. So, I'm excited for Jett too, man.